Hey everybody, for Sirius here again, bringing you another Clash of Clans video. This video is going to be a part 4 to my Path to Champions series. I am proud to say that I finally hit that 3200 mark and got into the Champions bracket to finally see that sweet Champions icon. Now, for someone who actually considers himself a kind of a casual gamer, especially towards Clash of Clans, this is actually a pretty big accomplishment for me. Even though I know that there's the whole new Titan League, which adds a whole new level of competitiveness. But getting into the Tier 3 Champions League, not only did I get that sweet achievement where I got all those gems, but it's also just kind of a pride thing. I've been playing this game for over 2 years. I'm not a gemmer in any means. I've told you guys the most I've spent is $20 initially just to get my 5 builders. So I was really stoked. The video in the background is actually the push over that 3200 mark, that 3200 threshold. This was just a traditional Balloonian strat for the most part, and I know that most people aren't super satisfied seeing these. I know a lot of people use the Balloonian strats, so they probably get a little boring. Everyone's probably used to seeing them, but I did a slight different variation by adding one Lava Hound, which I found doesn't take up too much space. It was able to kind of tank the first air defense and also some of the other like archer towers, the Teslas. As you can see, I also added 6 archers and 2 wall breakers. Those are kind of self-explanatory. The 2 wall breakers are primarily used for just my heroes. I know you guys probably get just as frustrated as I do. You just lay your heroes down and then they just spend so much time just focusing on one wall and then most of the time they might be getting hit by an expo and they just die. So I always have 2 just as backup. You could probably easily use more than just the 2. That's just my preference because it takes up less space. And the archers are kind of just your cleanup crew. That, or I guess you can always use them to pull CC troops out. But in this case, I usually use it just in case I need like a couple more percent to hit that 50%. So they can, with their range, they can kind of kill out those, few little buildings that are out on the outside. I laid a few down here. They weren't really necessary, but I wanted to try to get a few more resources. So I think they're kind of a good idea to add. To break down the attack just really quick, I know you just watched the video, but you just lay down the balloons, lay down your Lava Hound to go in and tank everything up. Then you lay down your minions behind it, throw down a few spells, rage spells, make things go in quick, free spells if you have them on the Inferno Towers, obviously, and then use your heroes to kind of just clean up the back work to ensure that you get the 50%, and if they can, infiltrate and get to the Town Hall. Pretty straightforward. And that's that. Got some pretty good loot and the extra bonus loot from being in Champions 3. I wanted to touch base on kind of how I got there. I know I spoke about it in my other videos, but for me, I really think that a strong defense is what can really accelerate you fast. I mean, I was able to get a good amount of trophies using my attacks, but I'd say the majority of the trophies came from my defense, whether it was people deranking or just people coming in and not knowing exactly how to attack. So you always get a ton of trophies, whether it be like 20 or 30, and so it bumps you up really quick. Well, that's it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here now. Just thanks so much for watching. Thanks for staying along with the videos. I plan on posting a lot more, so stay tuned. And if you have any questions about my little trip to Champions, just let me know in the comments down below. Thanks.